guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a video. It's going to be a bit of a different one. It's not going to be me. You're not going to have to look at my face for once, which I'm sure you'll be quite pleased about. What it's going to be a how to get the best out of your Feel Unique pick and mix samples. So what I'm going to do is go through some screenshots and I will let you know exactly, how I pick my products, what's the best way of finding out sizes, what they come in, whether they're a jar, whether they're a tube, whether they're a pathetic sachet, or even worse, a card with a bit of nothing stuck on. But yeah, I will go through, show you all that. I'll do a bit of a voiceover, I think, just to sort of explain everything to you. Hopefully that way in the future you can get some really good pick and mix picks. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let's get on with the video. So I've divided the video into two parts. The first part is PC, and then I'll get on to the phone version. But on PC, first thing you need to do, go to the website, click on samples on the top bar, and then it brings you straight to the pick and mix section. There's 4 squares at the top, and that's where the icons for the picks that you pick will end up. There's also a bit of information about how the service works, and there's some terms and conditions should you want to read them. And then further down the page, we just have all the samples. There's quite a lot on there all the time, but the best ones do go fairly quickly. So it's about spotting those ones because they won't be there for the next month if they are a really good product. At the minute there is 347 samples on there. That was at the time I filmed this. If you look at the samples themselves on the left hand corner, it tells you the sample type by icon. So you've got a vial there, which is what normally perfumes come in. Then you've got I'm not sure, that's a card. And then further down we've got a sachet, and on the right a tube. So that way you know what type of sample you're going to get. Generally the sachets appear smaller and the tubes and pots are generally larger, but it's not always the case. On the left hand side we have different menus so that you can narrow down your selection. So you've got your departments, which are things like body, fragrance, hair, makeup, beauty, etc. And then below that, you've got your sample types. So you can narrow down by sample type as well. So you can just pick card or tube or sachet or vial, depending on what you're looking for. For now, we're just going to pick card, just because this is kind of a contentious section. This is where you have the type of samples you get free when you buy something, which is a card like I'm showing you here, with just a teeny tiny bit of a sample attached to the card itself. But occasionally we do get makeup in this section. At the minute there is a NARS blusher. Sometimes these come and they are a mini blusher. Unfortunately this time that sample is a card, but if you want to take the risk, it is sometimes worth it. Sometimes you do end up with a decent sample by going for the ones that look like they are not decent. So to add it, you just click on the right hand side. So I've added it and it is showing on the top left now. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pick my other selections. So I'm going to untick the card, and then I think I'm going to go for tube. And then all the tube products do come up on the screen. The one on the top left is a decent sample. It is a Filorga eye product and it is 4 mils. You can see the millage from the title of the sample. Again, click on the right and add it to your bag. And then I'm just taking a browse to see what else is available at this point. to see if anything takes my fancy. Generally what I look for is the size of the product, so I'll look at the mils, and I'll also look at the type of the product. So if it's something that usually comes in small amounts, so you wouldn't expect a serum to come in a 200ml bottle when it's full size, you'd expect it to be in say 30 or 50ml. So if you get a 10ml of a serum, you know it's like a good deal. So paying attention to things like that is helpful. Obviously, if you get 5ml of a body product, it's not going to go very far. So those are things worth bearing in mind. So now I'm looking at the vials. That's usually where you find your perfume products. And sometimes we find small skincare products there as well. Things like serums, that type of thing. Occasionally with the perfumes we do get a decent sized sample. We've had 4ml samples before, and we've also had 15ml samples, but generally they're around 1 to 2 mils. So yeah, nothing's really taking my fancy in this section right now, but these are all the samples that are available in vial form. And as you can see, there are absolutely tons of perfumes available. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a different section. I think this time we're going to go for other. Other seems to be where they have not categorized something, or maybe it doesn't fit into one of their sort of tidy boxes. So here we've got a couple of Clarins liquid type products. This product that I am showing you now is actually a tube. It's just not been categorized. I know this because I have ordered it myself. But yeah, there is also a perfume in there, so again that's just not been categorized, but it's worth having a look through there because sometimes you find makeup in there too. So now I'm going to go ahead and see what else I want to order. I'm going to have a look in the sachets, because sometimes sachets are worth having, especially if it's something that you really want to try, or sometimes if it's something like a hair mask, I'll often order it if it's a decent size, just because you only generally use it once anyway, so it doesn't matter that you can't sort of close it up again. So I have bought a few hair products from this section before. So I'm just having a look to see if there's any sort of decent sizes. Anything between 10 and 15ml I think is a great size for a try of a hair product. It's plenty to do a full wash. So yeah, as I say, there's just tons and tons of products on this site. It is also worth mentioning that it is worth sometimes going further along, because when things get restocked, they don't always go in the newest section, which is at the beginning. They sometimes pop back on at the end because they have been stocked before. So it's worth looking through the whole site before you make your choices, just to make sure that something you've had in the past hasn't sort of been added, or something that you've missed in the past hasn't been re-added. That's just showing you that if you do click on the details button, it will tell you more about the product, and it'll tell you about the full size product that's available on the site as well. And it'll take you through, if you want to purchase a full size, it'll take you through to the page to do that. But in a nutshell, that is pretty much all you need to know about ordering on the computer. It is different ordering on a mobile, and I am going to show you that in a second. But once you've got the 5 items all at the top, all you need to do then is go to your checkout and pay. And as I say, it's $3.95 for the postage and packaging, but you don't pay anything for the samples themselves. So now we move on to mobile ordering. So in this section, I'll just show you how it's different on a mobile phone screen. So first of all, You just go to samples on the left hand side of the screen. Again, you get to the pick and mix selection. Notice at the top there isn't the 4 squares, but you do have all the samples listed in a very similar way. The difference being there isn't, unfortunately, the symbol on the left hand side telling you what type of sample it is. So this is where the sections come in very handy, because you can actually refine your search and choose the different types. So you can go to most ordered, and that will bring up the most popular items, but again, that might not be what you're looking for. So the other option is you can still go ahead and pick your sample by type and also by department. You go to the right hand side where it says refine, and there you can pick your department, and it has all the same options as a computer. And again, your sample types have all the same options as well. And it is just a case of clicking on the type that you want. Here I've gone for sun and tan, and then it brings up those samples. This time I'm going to go for sample types, and I'm going to pick card again, just to show you the difference. So again, it is just the card section, and it has still got the same samples available. So I have gone ahead and picked that blusher, and then it just shows you the samples at that drop down menu at the top. And you can delete them from there if you want to change your mind, or obviously you can check which ones you've ordered if you can't quite remember as you go through and pick your. So I'm going to go to the tube section, and again it'll show you exactly the same products that it showed you on the computer in the tube section. I've just found the Filorga Filler Eyes, which is a 4ml sample, which you can clearly see on the screen. Some of the other ones, though, it is more difficult to see what size they are. If you do end up with a product where the millage has been cut off, what I would suggest is going to your phone settings at the top of your screen. There's usually an option on there to say that you can view it as a website or view it as a full site, and then that will show you like it is a computer screen. It'll end up really, really small and you'll struggle to see, but you can usually zoom out. So that's what I would suggest if you can't see the size. You can always switch it straight back once you've looked at that specific product, because it does make it a bit hard to navigate. So that's the end of my pick and mix video for today. Just to let you know that I have just uploaded my pick and mix selection for this month. I will put the link in the description and also in the end cards. If you did enjoy this video, please do give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. And if you do like videos like these, or you like to see pick and mix unboxings, beauty unboxings, or makeup and skincare reviews, then do consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you in a video again soon. Bye!